Hi, go ahead and take out your geometry notes packet. Today we're going to be talking about complementary angles. So this whole unit is all about angles, and so complementary is one angle relationship that we're going to be talking about. And the definition of complementary angles are two angles that add to 90 degrees. So a right angle is 90 degrees. There's our right angle. If we divide that into two angles, angle A and angle B, we would say that these are complementary angles because we know that these two angles are going to add up to 90 degrees. So angle A plus angle B, we know equals 90 degrees. Let's do an example. So let's say we know that this angle is 35 degrees, and we want to know how many degrees the angle X is. Well, this is a right angle. We know they're complementary angles then, so we can set up an equation, and we know that this angle, which is angle X, plus this angle, which we already know is 35 degrees, is going to add up to 90 degrees. So we just set up an equation. And so we won't write angle X. Let's just say X plus 35 equals 90. Now we have just a single variable equation that we can solve, which you learned how to do last year in Algebra 1. So remember, the goal is to get X all by itself. So we need to get rid of this plus 35. So to undo addition, we want to do subtraction. So since we're adding 35, we want to subtract 35. And since we subtract 35 from the left side of our equation, we have to subtract 35 from the right side of our equation. The 35s cancel out, so we bring down our X is all that's left on the left side of the equation. On the right side, we have 90 minus 35, which is 55. And so we know that this angle here is 55 degrees. Okay, let's do a little harder example. There's going to be more solving, more algebra in this one. So we know that this is, again, a 90-degree right angle. This angle is 45. This angle is 2x plus 5. So it looks a little bit more scary, but we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to add up the two angles, and we're going to set it equal to 90 degrees. So this angle is 2x plus 5. That's angle A plus angle B, we know is 45. That's going to equal 90 degrees. So now, before we want to start moving things side to side, if you'll take a look at the left side of the equation, we have some like terms that we need to combine first. So we have 5 and 45. So we want to simplify those first. 5 plus 45 is 50. So you always simplify whatever you can on the left side of the equation and simplify on the right side of the equation before you start moving side to side. Then we'll bring down our 2x, and so we have 2x plus 50 on the left side is going to equal 90 degrees on the right side. Now we're going to solve for x. So again, we need to get rid of this plus 50, which means we need to subtract 50. Whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other side of the equation. The 50s cancel out. We bring down 2x equals 90 minus 50, which is 40. Then we have to solve for x. Right now, x is being multiplied by 2. So to undo that multiplication, we have to divide. by 2. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. Our 2's cancel out, and we're left with x equals 40 divided by 2, which is 20. Okay, so that's it for our notes on complementary angles. Let's go ahead and open up the Geometry A workbook and look at the assignment for complementary angles. Let's go ahead and do a few problems together. So again, we know that the two angles add to 90 degrees when they are complementary. So we're going to set up our equation on number 1. So we know that B plus 25, this angle plus this angle is going to equal 90 degrees. It's a 90-degree right angle. And then we solve for B by subtracting 25 from both sides. Our 25's cancel out. We are left with B on the left side equals 90 minus 25, which is 65. So we know that angle B is 65 degrees. And you can always check your work. 65 plus 25, does that equal 90? Yes, it does. So we know we did it right. Okay, and then flip on the back side. Let's do number 15 together because that's like our second example. So we'll do one of each. Again, we're going to set up an equation. We're going to add up these two angles and we're going to set them equal to 90 degrees because they are complementary. So we have 38, which is our first angle, plus our second angle, which is 6x plus 4. And that equals 90 degrees. Again, always look for like terms. And so we have like terms 38 and 4. So 38 plus 4 is 42. And then we want to bring down our 6x. So we're left with 6x plus 42 on the left side of our equation equals 90. Then we need to solve for x. So we're going to subtract 42 from both sides. So whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. The 42's cancel each other out. We're left with 6x on the left side equals 90 minus 42, which is 48 on the right side. We need to undo this multiplication because it's being multiplied by 6. So to undo multiplication, we do its inverse, which is division. So we divide. Since we're dividing the left side of our equation by 6, we also divide the right side of our equation by 6. And so x equals 48 divided by 6, which is 8. Okay, go ahead and finish this assignment.